But I was in Aurora, Colorado, and I was at the Starbucks, and I'm ordering I always get the featured item. I let them tell me what to order. I think you're kind of the same way at Starbucks. When they have the new salted caramel bullshit thing, cold brew, I go, give me it.
You're like, give me
the coffee with the olive oil in it. Sure, why not?
Yeah. And man, it's always I always take a sip of it and I go, God damn it, Starbucks, you've done it again.
They're amazing.
And I actually text people. Starbucks is so good. I take a sip and I put it down and I start texting people on my phone. I go, you got to try the new. You got to try the new salted whip. Cold
like you're doing CIA intelligence reporting.
Yeah.
You like run it up the chain. Let them know. Let them know the Cool Whip Doritos latte is great.
But as I'm in the Aurora Starbucks, I'm like looking around. I'm like, do these fucking people not know this is the home of the Joker shooter?
No, I know.
They're walking around
willy-nilly.
Completely oblivious. Willy-nilly.
I know.
This is the home of the guy who dressed up like the Joker.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Who started the Joker movement.
There's a lack of awareness in that fucking state, okay? They named their best player the Joker. They have no respect
I'm like,
for the
what
dead.
are you people? You fucking high?
Mm-hmm.
They're
fucking high?
What are you junked up on pot?
Yeah, they're fucking ordering 30 shot espressos.
That is, by the way, this is the Starbucks where I first noticed this. People go to Starbucks, they're not drinking coffee. They're getting milkshakes. I had no idea. I hadn't been inside of a Starbucks in years.
How do you think I got fat, Ben? I thought I was drinking coffee for 15 years.
They're giving Ready Whip right over the counter.
I was ordering milkshakes with a splash of coffee. I had no fucking idea.
Yeah. You thought you were being like Willie Loman.
I was like, I thought I was just like a member of capitalism. I'm like, everyone has their morning cup of Joe, and I'm like, oh, it's a milkshake. I guess everyone drinks a milkshake.
Yeah, they're more like Twix bars in it and shit. Yeah, shaving chocolate over the top.
Double chocolate chip frappuccino, which in other words is coffee.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
You go, well, another day of work. And then you just walk around with a bowl of coffee ice cream.
You think it's healthy even though they have a chocolate bar they've unfolded and they're putting it over a cheese grater on top of your coffee like this with all this coffee shit.
Yeah, they're shaving a Twix bar into your drink and you go, that's the only, it's it's caffeine. It's all the caffeine.
Yeah. They're biting the ends off of a Twizzler to put in as a straw and you go, that's a morning cup of Joe. You think you're one of the guys on the steel beam, like building like the great towers of Manhattan.
Exactly. And instead I'm like, I need focus to go through XNXX, thumbnails.
You bring a Stanley thermos, like a lunch pail thermos, and you're like, fill her up.
Tons of Ready Whip and
nitrous.
But I looked around that Starbucks and this is when I first realized it because the only people that were in there were small Mexican children, and their bodies are in the shapes of mourning doves. Fat little doves.
Mexican children who can coo.
And that's just them asking for more.
They're rolling the R's.
Yeah, I didn't know you could ooh with a rolling.
What do you
arm.
want, Javier? You want more?
Right. Their mom to call them back to the car has to go.
There's just a fat Mexican guy with a shotgun.
Just waddling, like flapping.
Yeah. He's fly fishing in the gutter. He's got boots on.
But I looked around and they all had. I was like, what the fuck? There were small Mexican Latina ladies.
It's redundant.
With George W. Bush.
With Latina ladies.
Oh, these black dark people.
And they had these crazy like pink drinks.
Yeah, they're all.
What is color?
They're crazy now.
I was like, what on earth?
You go to Starbucks, there's a guy drinking the Hulk.
I was like, this is insane. I've never seen anything that color.
The refreshers are insane.
It's
like a strawberry's piss in a jar.
The refreshers where it's like, we started out with unsweetened iced tea, and then we wound up with a fucking smoothie full of, strawberries.
Right. What we did was we took the juice out of a hummingbird feeder and we put it in a drink.
I'm pretty sure they just microwaved Starbursts.
Yeah, they might.
And just pour it in a big
Starbucks,
cup with ice.
it's just the watering hole for the middle class. That's all it is. It's just it's every animal in the Serengeti walking to Starbucks.
Well, I love they'll put the calorie counter on the menu now because it'll be like, you can get a dark roast, that's 5 calories. You can get the faggottino, that's 950 calories. Yeah.
We're so used, everyone, if you buy coffee from corporations, like everyone thinks it's coffee is just sweet all the time. Like you don't even know coffee is just like black water, basically.
Yeah, it's bitter.
No one really knows that.
Yeah.
If you go to these places, like
they don't know it's hot.
Have you ever gone? I used to get iced coffees at McDonald's all the time, and I didn't for a long time. I was like, this is just an iced coffee. It always comes with like mostly cream, and it's sweet as shit, and that's a coffee. I did that forever, and then I realized, oh man, this is bad. Like so I started going to McDonald's, and I would ask for. I go, unsweetened iced coffee, and they don't know what you're asking for. They don't even know coffee's black. They think all coffee is cream.
Right.
Dude,
they're like, so you want the water we use to make it? They don't know.
They have no clue. If you go to McDonald's and you ask for an iced coffee unsweetened, you're shaking a bee's nest. Everyone flips out. You can hear like a cook like just blowing his head off. Like no one knows what's going on.
After 45 minutes, they'll give you water with beans dropped in it.
And they just go, just leave. Just get out.
Just get the hell out.
Get the hell out of here, man. You're going to get me fired.
You ruined my fucking life.
You ask for an unsweetened iced coffee, they give you a shamrock shake. No one knows what's going on there.
Or I mean, a Dunkin' Donuts. If you ever get that, that's like eating a bowl of overnight oats.
They'll go bankrupt. You say no sugar, they just go. They put a for sale sign on the door at Dunkin'. They go, what? If you ask for any substitution at Dunkin' Donuts, you go.
A big alarm
goes off.
Corporate comes in.
Yeah, the sprinkler goes off. Like you're just like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to really disrupt you guys as a business.
I've gotten the Dunkin' with no cream or sugar. It feels like you took the burnt shit off of a pan and then just ate it like a potato chip.
It sucks dick. Once you get past that layer of cream, that layer of jizz they put on top of their cold brews, it really sucks.
Well, because you realize if you get your coffee at Starbucks and you don't get anything in it, you're just tasting pure acrylamide, which that cancer shit that's in like coffee.
Just
apparently.
Metal containers.
Yeah.
Oh no. That sounds bad.
Well, I don't know if you've ever been like every one of these corporations, Ben. You got to get hip to this. It's like Cheesecake Factory, Starbucks. Like there's all signs out front that say like, just so you know, every drink in here is full of cancer.
They should just put a big poster of Ted Kaczynski on the outside of every corporation, and they'd be like, by the way, he was right.
They should.
He was right.
He was right. He was gay.
He was right. We're all killing you.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's like it's. If you get a dark coffee from Starbucks, it tastes like you're drinking a wildfire.
Wow.
It's burned. It just is. It's like horrible.
It's like 9/11 ash. Yeah, in water.
Yep.
Damn, I didn't know that. I thought the Starbucks was so good because the beans.
No.
Like the way they roast the beans.
I mean, I ordered the black coffee and I love that. Like, do you want this blend? I'm like, does it fucking matter?
Yeah, what blend?
What blend? What is this from Colombia? What are you talking about?
It's all complete bullshit. Yeah. They just name it after an African country and you just get it.
You get coffee grounds from an office and then just pour it into another coffee maker and make your coffee.
It's Folgers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then French roasts. The French roast always has the most caffeine because they just want to be alert.
You always want to get a light blend. The blondes.
Like the blondes have more caffeine.
Blondes have more caffeine. Darker has less.
Ruined my life.
It's opposite of what you think, Ben.
It literally,
I can tell you're.
not true.
I can tell you're a rube.
Yeah, literally.
As usual, you're just figuring coffee out.
No, this is bullshit.
No,
right here.
I learned this 3 years ago, and it ruined my life.
Oh, fuck.
Because I was like, I like it black, I like it dark, because I like my caffeine. And they're like, that's actually has no caffeine. I'm like, what?
What? Yeah, exactly. You got to get the light. You got to get a blonde. The blonde is the most caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where's my fucking phone?
Yeah, pull your phone out.
Fucking retards.
What, are you going to look it up? We're right.
I'm about to do the Aurora shooting
we are
inside this
Ben,
house.
you have to come to grips with the fact you've been wrong about most things.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. I was right about
What were you right about? All right. It was 9/11. He did predict Predict 9/11.
Yeah, that's
Predict
true.
9/11.
You
I'm
were
like
talking crazy before that, and you were 8. But that was weird that you knew.
Yeah,
so
Ben
much.
was 8. He's like the Gulf of Tonkin. There's these classified documents. General MacArthur proposed this 50 years ago. JFK said no.
I'm about to prove both of you wrong right now, and you're finally going to admit that you gaslight me constantly on the show. And then next week you'll forget all about it, and old Ben will be the one that's wrong every time.
It's called gaslighting. Retard.
Yeah, exactly, dipshit.
Some coffee drinkers think dark roasts are stronger and have more caffeine kick than light roasts. The truth, however, is that caffeine content remains pretty much the same during each stage of the roasting process. So, hey, forfeit.
All right, listen, I don't know what you just read, and if there was money on this, I wouldn't shake. But all right, you got it.
Right.
You got it right there.
Yeah,
Okay,
just for the
I guess
point
you're
of
right.
moving the podcast along.
Just so we can get to the next
Well,
topic.
I actually physically hate that I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Actually, physically hate that I'm doing the
But at
bit
the
of
end of
shaking.
the
No one
day-
ever touched us as kids, and now we hate when people hug us, shake our hands, touch us in any way.
It is odd that like if you guys weren't hugged by your parents, you actually you kind of wish there was a pedophile in town that gave you the love you never got.
Just nuzzled our
'Cause we're like-
cheek a little
yeah,
bit.
'cause we're like
one
tucked us
those
in.
weird Romanian orphans who like just grew up in cribs and they all became sociopaths. Yeah.
Why when someone hugs me, why do I fucking jump? Like it's like I'm being like electrocuted, like someone shocked me.
You're fine. You're fine.
That's you as my therapist.
You're fine.
No, because I'm a big.
right.
But dude, that's who cares?
Right. Well, that's my favorite. Is I do go to too much therapy, but some people are like that therapy's gay. If somebody touches me, I start shaking like a battery.
That is hilarious.
You're fine.
I'm a very touchy guy, and I've always tried to bring you guys into my grasp. I always say, every time I leave people I love, I say I want to hug them and tell them I love them, and I leave. And you guys have been the 2 last people in my life where every time I do it, it's like there's like a weird sense of I feel like you guys are going to shank me.
I kind of hug you like you're diseased.
Every time we leave, we have the greatest night ever. We have in-depth conversations about the world, ourselves, everything we've been through, and then I'll hug you, and you'll be like, "Okay, buddy." You turn into this weird bicentennial man every time. You go, "All right, okay."
We're gonna freak out and sucker punch you.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm not gay.
Right.
Whoa.
Well, you should see when we have to hug each other. It feels like pushing 2 coat racks together and just grinding them against.
I've
each
only
other.
hugged Jace 3 times.
You guys are Everybody Loves Raymond characters.
Wait, which one's Brad Garrett? Which one's Ray
Brad Garrett and
Romano?
Ray Romano, it's the same
Wait,
thing.
fuck. Am I Andy Kindler? Fuck you if you're gonna say
No,
I'm
he
Andy Kindler.
he wasn't retarded yet when he made that. When he
Or was he King of Queens?
Andy Kindler was in
Andy
Everybody
Kindler
Loves
was in
Raymond,
Everybody Loves Raymond,
but he
yeah.
wasn't as retarded.
Was
yeah.
Patton Oswalt in King of Queens? Or
Patton
was he
Oswalt
in-
was King of
Patton
Queens.
Oswalt's King of Queens.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's a common mix-up. Yeah.
Interesting. Because Patton Oswalt used the money when he was on King of Queens from that Sprite commercial to make the Comedians of Comedy documentary, right?
Yeah, and then the money he made from that, he used to buy poison to kill his wife.